Hey everybody, welcome to Rider Club Radio, the only podcast on the internet that isn't a giant steaming piece of shit. All of them are bad. Stop listening to everyone but ours.
And I'm Liam, and welcome to Rider Club Radio.
I'm your host, Jeff.
This is the episode where we talk about the weirdest episode of X8 on Earth.
Yeah, it's even weirder than the Christmas episode, actually.
Somehow weirder than the Christmas episode. It's so weird.
Nobody got horribly murdered.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's a bizarre, wonderful little thing, this episode.
This week on Rider Club Radio, we watched Kamen Rider X8 episode 24, the crossover episode?
The crossover in massive quotation marks episode?
Yeah. It was sort of a crossover, I guess.
Kinda?
Anyway, this week we also watched Kamen Rider Phi's episode 28, 29, and 30.
Wow, we're far in that show.
We're getting pretty far. But first, before we get into all that, why don't we hear about what happened on Kamen Rider X8 episode 24? Liam.
Okay, this week on X8, a band girl gets injured when some lights fall on her, so they gotta operate. Obviously, she's hurt up.
It's a regular-ass operation this time.
Normal
no
operation
bug sickness.
In X8, how about that? She gets hurt, and they go to operate on her, and her bandmates visit her in the hospital, Sid and Sid. And they both start arguing because the band's not doing very well, and they're just upset over everything. And this stresses all three of them out so much that, surprise, surprise, they get the bugster.
All three of them at once.
At the same moment. Can't just have a normal sickness. They're all bugstered. So they run outside into the parking lot. Or where they go to like some abandoned rooftop or some fucking where in Tokyo. And there's a fight.
Did you watch this episode?
Yeah, look, they went somewhere and they fought, okay? I got the gist of it. Okay. They go and they fight, and a familiar character from another show you might have seen shows up.
A character who is very, very Yosha lucky.
He's very lucky, and he's also a giant piece of shit.
I fucking hate him.
He joins in on the fight, and they have a big fight, and then it's over, and he fucks off. So
they basically just suck each other's dick for 5 minutes while they're fighting, too. You're so cool. No, you're cool. Yours was grosser for some reason.
I was going for grosser. The fucking sound effect was fellatio. It should be as disgusting as possible.
Yeah.
I should be sitting here like...
No! Don't do that sound at all. I don't like that.
Oh, God, that's staying in. Oh, I'm not
Yes, it is.
Not for the world. He gets help from Lucky... And Lucky just fucks off right after. And that's the extent of the crossover, which I'm...
Yeah, the crossover's over.
I'm extremely
The rest of the
happy.
episode is like crossover quality, but it's not a crossover anymore.
It's weird. So he says, Lucky's like, don't you have friends to help you? And X8's like, yeah, I got some friends. In fact, I'll get them to come help. I don't need you, Lucky. So he goes and he says, hey, my friends, Snipe and Brave, let's take down these bugsters together. And they're like, you know what? X8, fuck you. We're going to take them down ourselves.
Yeah, how delusional does Emu have to be to think that he's friends with a psychopathic murderer who lives in a hospital by himself and a dude who undermines him at every fucking turn in his life?
It's like if you say, like, you have a boss who's a dickhead and you're like, yeah, he's my friend. We hang out together all the time at work, so we must be friends.
Oh my God.
So they refuse to work together. They're like, we'll do it ourselves, and we'll put our gashats on the line. And nobody agrees to it. Just like every bet in X8, no one agrees to it.
But it's still a bet for some reason, because I said it.
It's still a bet. So they go out to fight their respective bugsters. Meanwhile, there's a new president of the Genmu Corporation. He's like this big dude.
Yeah, he's really annoying.
What?
He's really annoying.
He's really annoying. He's very in your face. He's very flamboyant.
He has a very deep, manly voice for being so flamboyant, though.
Deep as the ocean, and he goes to talk to the band because the band was going to play the theme song for Kamen Rider Chronicle. He doesn't say that, though. He says,
he doesn't say what game it is, though, no.
He's going to... It's our new video game that we're making. The theme song is going to be played by this butt rock band, so what are we going to do now that they're hurt? He goes to CR and he says, you know what? Actually, Poppy, you're a lot better. You're a better singer, so please do our theme for us. It's better. So the gang all chases down their bugsters, and while that's happening, the CEO convinces Poppy to give him a show, and a really obnoxious music video plays while they fight.
Which I skipped.
You're a smart man.
Like, I skipped every time she appeared on screen. I just skipped to the part where she wasn't on screen anymore. It was still happening in the background.
Yeah.
But I still skipped it. So, fuck you, fans of Poppy. I didn't have to watch that shit.
You won out this day. There was a real winner here. His name was Jeff.
The real winner was the man who was watching a children's show and skipped the part where there was a girl.
I don't know about you, but I have always done that since the dawn of TV.
Who's Mari? Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. I have
Kusaka?
I have my fucking media player set up to detect vaginas and just go straight through that shit. Okay, so the Riders win. Surprise, surprise.
Skips over Emu a lot because he's such a pussy.
Ayo.
Take that, fictional character.
I basically couldn't watch Ghost.
Oh, I fucking wish.
Yeah, so the Riders win. Surprise, surprise. They beat the Bucksters. But it turns out that the CEO, that was part of his plan. He's got the last 3 datas for the Bugsters, which is the last 3 pieces of data he needs for Kamen Rider Chronicle. And Parad uses the Bug Visor to revive fucking our favorite character, whose name I don't remember.
I actually don't remember his name either. Graphite.
Graphite. He revives Graphite. He revives all the other Bugsters. He brings Poppy in. He says, yeah, we brainwashed Poppy because the CEO looked into her eyes and it brainwashed her. We brainwashed Poppy. She's a Bugster too. We need her for this thing. So we got all the Bugsters together. All the 10 of the Bugsters. All the warriors. And now it's time to make Kamen Rider Chronicle. And he activates it and he starts it up. It's time for shit to get going. So Jeff, what did you think about X824?
The big bulk of the episode was trash.
Yes.
The final 5 minutes is setting up some really fucking exciting stuff that I'm really looking forward to.
I liked the next episode preview more than I liked the episode.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's full of interesting shit.
This episode, it probably wins for the episode of X8 at least. Maybe, like, it's probably way above a lot of other episodes as well. In the least amount of things happening in an entire episode.
Like, one thing happens. They capture Poppy.
Yeah.
Like in terms of
and I mean, that's in
stuff.
the last 5 minutes, which is a different show to me. There's the bulk of the show and then the different show that happened for 5 minutes at the end.
It's like you said, it's written with the crossover quality. There's a totally different tone from the rest of the show. Everything's very silly. The plot is kind of thoughtless. It feels like it feels like it's kind of out of nowhere and it's a little out of place in the rest of the show. But the actual crossover with Lucky is about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, why? Did X8 just not want to sully itself with Q Ranger?
That's the smart thing. That's the smart. They were like...
It is smart.
The writers are like, okay, what's the absolute minimum screen time? And that's the mark. Perfect. Fuck
That's
off.
it. Get him the fuck off the screen immediately.
It's probably worth noting that Q Ranger takes place like 1,000 years in the future when Earth is a hellscape ruled by aliens, and Lucky's just here.
Is Lucky immortal? Is he an immortal wandering being?
I want to believe. I don't care enough to actually watch Q Ranger.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's true, because I'm never watching another episode of Q Ranger, so...
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to watch this week's, but I want to believe that the crossover episode for Q Ranger is like this desperate struggle to build a time machine so we can go back and talk to Emu.
Yeah, I'm not watching
in that abandoned
shit.
rooftop. There's no way it is. But this is a bit of a fall from grace. I remember the crossover episode that Drive and the Ninja had, where there's that great scene where they got him in the interrogation room, and he's like, what's your fucking name? And he's like, I'm the Red Ninja. And he's like, what's your occupation? And he's like, I'm the Red Ninja. That was a great scene.
The crossover with Zyuohger and Ghost made Ghost like 1,000,000 times more palatable, even.
That's true.
But this was garbage.
It was really stuffed in there at the last second. Like, Lucky appears,
boring.
right?
The whole episode was so boring.
It's a big fight scene with not a whole lot of interesting context around it. Until the very, very end. Like you said, the last 5 minutes is a different show. But it's like Lucky appears seemingly out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, so the B plot of this episode, the main story plot of this episode is going to be like, how did Lucky get here, and what's he going to do, and how's he going to leave?
No, he just leaves.
After this, I don't think there's even a parting shot. And he was like, yeah, I'll go talk to my friends. And then Lucky's just out. He's out.
This episode isn't very good.
It's not
like, the thing that got me right is that I felt free of Q Ranger. And I thought, this couldn't give me any PTSD flashbacks to fucking my most hated thing in Tokusatsu the last few years.
Worse than Ghost?
Yes.
Whoa!
Q Ranger is not worse than Ghost.
Okay.
But Lucky yelling Yosha Lucky is worse than Ghost.
That's true. I'll take my life as bright.
That is how he is introduced. Off screen, you hear him scream his fucking Bart Simpson ass catchphrase. His fucking... It's not even a Bart Simpson catchphrase. It's like a fucking Poochie. From Itchy and Scratchy catchphrase. And then he fucking returns to his planet and he dies on the way by.
That's true. That's probably what happened.
In my head canon, that's what happened, because I'm never watching that show.
He falls off the roof and he lands straight on the balls on a power-up. And he's like, that was super lucky.
It's lucky that I can never have children again, so nobody will be fucking reproducing with me.
Now here I am going to make a joke about how this effeminate boy has a vagina. You ready?
Okay, let me hear it.
His balls didn't hurt because he doesn't have balls, because he's got a vagina.
Could have been better.
Yeah, I didn't.
Could have put some effort into
that. Q Ranger doesn't deserve effort. The writers don't put in effort. I'm not going to put in effort.
I agree with that assessment. Of course, we didn't watch that much of Q Ranger, so if Q Ranger's actually good now, fuck off. I'm still not watching it.
Maybe Q Ranger's amazing. I know Tokyo just started out pretty boring, but I hear it got great.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a try way later on. But we've got a format now.
We're stuck.
I gotta stay in the format.
Yeah, we can't leave.
See, I thought about that this week with X-Aid. I was like, I don't really want to watch this. But I can't skip it because it's the main part of our show.
Did you know it was because you knew it was the crossover episode?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be real heavy Q Ranger, but it wasn't. It was just real boring.
It was just real heavy, effeminate CEO.
Yeah. He was the main character in this episode.
He had so much screen time, and he spoke so much and said so little. All he had to do was go and get Poppy, but he has to say it in as many words as possible, I think, to pad out the screen time.
Oh, yeah. Also, why did no one think that the new CEO of Genmu Corporation could be evil?
I don't know.
This is a very evil organization.
Maybe they picked him randomly out of the board of investors, and there's no way this dude could be evil. I don't know.
He's apparently a bugster or something.
I don't fucking know what he is. Maybe he's Dan. Maybe he's Dan in a fat suit.
Hell, that's mean. You're mean to this man.
I'll be mean to who I want to be mean to.
What an asshole. I don't really know what else to say about this episode because so little happens until the end when they make Kamen Rider Chronicle, but we don't really see the outcome of that. We just see that the hidden characters become the bugsters.
Yeah, that's true. I did not know that this was the crossover episode. I always forget. It happens right around April 1st every year. End of March, early April is the crossover episode. Mm-hmm. So I sat down all like, yeah, here's my X8. I have my popcorn and my large soda. And I rented out a whole movie theater. And boy, was I disappointed sitting down and remembering that it was the crossover episode. It was like waking up on your birthday to find out that someone stole the cake.
Look, it happened once. You don't have to fucking bring it up.
Jeff, look, I still haven't forgiven you for it, okay?
Look, it was good, too. Just saying.
I bet it was great. I bet you enjoyed it a lot, you fuck ass. You dick ass.
You don't talk about my dick ass like that.
It's very sensitive. My doctor says it's a condition.
He says I could get surgery. I just need to save up the money. To turn my dick ass into a regular ass. Or, as the medical field calls it, an ass.
An ass. One thing that very much excites me about this episode... Does it
excite you?
No, fuck off. There's Mook Riders coming.
Yeah, I saw your tweet about that. I didn't see anything about them, but...
You can see them at the very end in the preview. There's a whole bunch of brown... They look like X-Aids kind of without any of the details. They're just like brown and black riders. They're I imagine they're what, like, you know how Kamen Rider Chronicle, it turns everyone into riders.
Yeah.
I bet Genmu's got like a private security force or something, and when they want them to go fight, they're just like, they pop Kamen Rider Chronicle, here's your armor, go beat that thing up, or something like that.
What if it's just like people get taken over, like they're being taken over by the Bugster virus, but they're Kamen Riders?
I don't want it to be brainwashing. I don't like brainwashing.
Everything is fucking brainwashing.
I know it's always brainwashing. I don't want I want it to be just genuinely bad people doing bad things. That's more interesting.
Poppy Peepo Piss Stain got fucking brainwashed.
That's true. We got brainwashed today. I don't know. It's
why does everybody have to say her full name every time they address her? They don't say "Hey Poppy." They say "Poppy Peepo Popo."
Poppy Peepo Popo. I don't know. It's brand recognition, so you'll buy the Poppy Peepo Popo Gashat.
I wouldn't buy Poppy Peepo Pussy.
Yo.
And I'm a notorious hooker purchaser.
You wouldn't pay $100 for a night in the sack with Poppy?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
Come on. Jeff, come on. Come on.
Liam, if I say yes, can we move on?
Yes.
Then yes. Okay.
Thank you. What I saw of these Mook Riders is that... Well, actually, you know what? I'll save this for the news, because there is news about Mook Riders.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say about this shit, dude.
Me neither, really. I've said my piece. It's an episode that's hard to... It's one of those things where if you asked me to give a number, I couldn't. It sucks at the beginning, and then it's great at the end. I don't know if I could give a number to the whole thing. It's
like life.
It's like life. I couldn't give a number to the whole thing.
It sucks at the beginning, but then it's great when you die.
It's great when you die. And those last 5 minutes, you're like fading away, and you're like, oh yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Finally, I can't wait for Mook Riders.
Oh, why did Poppy have to sing in this episode?
Imagine if that was the last thing you heard. Like, she came in and wanted to serenade you to your death, and she was singing that
That's
fucking
why
song.
I'm gonna keep a gun in the fucking dresser drawer next to my bed as I'm dying, just in case she Poppy Peepo pops in to sing the fucking song. I'll Poppy Peepo pop my brains out.
Poppy Peepo pop a cap in yourself.
Commit suicide.
Poppy Peepo kill yourself.
I hope she dies. Like, fucking, I know that's a terrible thing to say about a fictional character, but I hope she fucking dies.
Well, she's a rider, so she's gonna die.
Yeah, she's
you
a
don't need
lady
to worry
rider
anymore. Was it one of the mages that lived? I think was. I think there's a mage that lived.
Kivala lived.
Kivala also lived.
Although Kivala shows up literally like 3 times, so...
That counts. I'd say that counts. She's
well,
not as
the form shows up like 3 times, but whatever.
Whatever.
Why don't we hear about some news, friend?
Sure. Kamen Rider X8 is getting a new intro sequence.
Yes, that is the big news.
That is the big... I think they're keeping Excite. The song's going to be the same.
Which is great, because I love Excite.
Well, it's an okay song. But they're...
The fact that you like Ghosts opening and you think Excite is just okay.
It's really, honestly, we think...
shits my fucking pants every time.
It pains me to say it, but we think Therefore We Are is a much better song than Excite.
I hate that song.
It's a much better song.
I hate it. It's honestly like fucking Pavlovian. Because I hear the song and I think about Ghost. So I fucking hate it. But even when it first started and you were raving about how good the theme song was, I was like, it's decent.
No, it's a good song. It's no Justifies, but it's good.
No, Justifies is great.
There's going to be a new intro sequence. They're going to keep Excite, and also I saw some scans that show some Mook Riders, and it says I'm going to put the scans in the blog post. There's going to be minor spoilers in them. But there's one detail I want to discuss that's not really a spoiler. It says the Mook Riders, these Mook Riders, whatever they're called, some of them help X8 and some of them don't. Most of them are bad. So that's why I think it might not be brainwashing. I think it might be just some good people get caught up and help. But most of them are like bad guys, like a private security force or something, mercenaries. I don't know.
Maybe it's just like people go crazy with power.
I don't want to be people. I want to be just bad humans doing bad things.
That's not how fucking children's shows work, buddy.
I know, you can't have bad people. They had the Kurokage Troopers, that was just a few years ago. They were bad guys.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yggdrasil is the type of company that has a private army. Genmu Corporation's a fucking video game company.
They had a private army of bugsters.
I'm gonna have a private army kill you.
Do you really need a private army for that?
No, I'd need a fucking private poison cheeseburger, maybe.
A spork and a couple hours of practice.
Let's not kid ourselves, Liam. I don't need that couple hours of practice. I can trip the wrong way towards you and it's all over.
Yeah, it's because you got so much bulk.
Oh,
bah, turn it right around.
I'm not even fat, you asshole.
Well, you are much bigger than me.
I am 6'3".
Yeah.
Ladies.
6'3", pure muscle.
So, yeah, 6'3", 975 pounds of muscle.
Pure muscle, my doctor told me. I swear.
He says he can liposuction that muscle out, though, so it'll be good.
Okay, yeah. It's too much muscle, I mean. Girls don't like that.
No. Girls like otter mode, right? They don't like Hulk mode.
They don't like Hulk mode, no. You might not like it, but that's what peak performance looks like. Yes, there's a hyper battle video coming for X8. Nothing shocking there.
No, not shocking.
But it's going to be about, here's something shockingly dumb, it's going to be about, X8 is going to use a proto Bakuso bike Gashat, which will bring Kiria back to life somehow, and they're going to fight. They're going to fight Kamen Rider Genmu again.
Well, at least Dan will be in a movie again.
I think it'll be Dan.
I hope it's Dan.
What's with bringing Laser back? What's with bringing...
People love him.
Why'd they kill him then?
People love Kiria. Well, they killed him because people love him.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
But the thing about, Toei is that they're really bad at, people love a character, right? So they kill the character. And they're like, oh, now you guys feel bad, right? And people were like, oh no, I love that character. And they're like, oh shit, okay, they're back.
They're back in this movie and this crossover and this HBV.
It's like fucking else. American comic books. They kill a character and people complain, so they bring them back immediately.
Yep. The old Superman gambit.
Have your cake and eat it too. Superman came back as 4 guys. And then it turned out none of them were Superman, and he just showed up 2 years later.
Imagine if Kiria came back as 4 people, and then none of them turned out to be Kiria.
The fucking cyborg Kiria. Kiria boy.
The Tokyo Kid.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, sure.
They're all wearing leather jackets on their shoulders.
Legit, that wouldn't be a half bad HBV if there was just 4 Kirias and we had to figure out what the correct one was, but then none of them were.
That'd be great.
They were all an illusion.
I'd watch that.
That's okay.
Okay. Any more news?
Yes. There is one more news. Last week we saw there was going to be some new fucking toys. SH Figure Arts. SH Figure Arts out of the Hopper Brothers. Yes, it's toy news, but this is important toy news.
I know this news already, but yeah, there were the SH Figure Arts of the Hopper Brothers were announced, and I thought I really wanted one.
Well, now here's something else that you really want. They're releasing the CSM Hopper Zector.
Yeah, I want that.
Yeah. It's I still want the Kabuto one just for the belt. But gosh, diddly, it's expensive.
How expensive is it?
It's $250.
You already paid $200 for the Gattack one.
I was a richer man back then.
Those days are long behind us now.
There's the Fies one is even harder to find cheap. Holy shit! I would love to get my hands on a CSM Fies belt. But
that'd be awesome. But how much is that?
Cheapest I found was $350.
Jesus.
And some of them go as high as $600.
That's nuts.
Yeah. This is for connoisseurs, true connoisseurs, not us.
I ran into that shit when I was looking for an 8-bit, the 30th anniversary 8-bit Link amiibo, where people were selling it on eBay for $60 and shit, and they're normally $12.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Because they know you want it.
And I finally scrolled through and found one that they were selling for $16 or $17, and I snatched that shit up.
Yeah.
And now I'm holding it in my hand.
Did you get it for Breath of the Wild?
Yes, I did. My Link is now completely decked out in the original Legend of Zelda outfit.
apparently all the Link amiibos on eBay like shot up after Breath of the Wild came out. And people figured out you could get stuff out of them.
I don't doubt that. I got everything because I kept setting my clock ahead 24 hours.
You bastard!
And I save scummed to get like one item at a time every time I set the clock ahead.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
So I've got the armor of the hero, the whole set, and I've got sword.
Oh, the original sword
is the original sword. Does 30 damage. Shit's pretty ballin'.
I got the whole Twilight Princess outfit the legitimate way. I tapped the amiibo every day, every single day.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't. My mama didn't raise no cheater, Jeff.
Because you're dumb? Is that why?
No, it's because I'm a good man.
Why Twilight Princess Link?
That's just the one I had. And plus, I think his outfit is the best.
Really? I like the original one because it's so cute.
It's a cute outfit, yeah, but I like Twilight Princess's outfit.
It is a cool outfit. If I got another one, which I wouldn't because I already have the one green outfit, I don't need another.
Yeah.
But if I got another one, it would probably be the Twilight Princess one.
Yeah. The Ocarina of Time outfit looks pretty good, too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
They all do.
They all do. Imagine if there was a Kamen Rider outfit.
Why?
I'm just trying to bring it back around.
Okay. Let's talk about Kamen Rider, although I love Breath of the Wild. It's a really good game.
Breath of the Wild's so good.
Dude, I got the Master Sword now.
Dude, I did too.
Do you get the Hylian Shield?
No.
I'm gonna teach you how to get the Hylian Shield later.
Okay. Thanks.
People listening to this are like, fuck, how do you get the Hylian Shield? Look it up on Google.
Yeah.
Alright, let's swing back around and let's talk about a very important topic. Saying hello to Fies.
Moshi Moshi Fies.
Moshi Moshi Faizu.
How you been, Fies? It's been a week.
It's been too long.
I'll tell you how Fies has been. He's confused about his relationships and where he stands with people.
Yeah, he is, and
I'm confused about Delta.
The Delta plot got resolved, I guess.
It got resolved? With a question mark on the end?
And, a lot of E's before the D.
So there's, a girl, this is the basic plot of these three. The user of Delta, the person who's been running around kicking ass, was a cute girl that Keitaro liked, but then she died, and the guy who kills everything he touches took the belt, and now fucking Fies and Horse Orphanok know who each other are, but
Kiba.
Kusaka's up to his tricks.
And yeah, Kusaka is a master ruseman. He figured out the perfect way to fuck over their relationship with each other, and it all hinged on the fact that everyone believes everything he says every time he says something.
Well, when he starts, the first step of his plan, where Kiba and Takumi hang out, they're like, yeah, there's been a misunderstanding. You're a cool guy. Let's work together. Totally awesome. And then it seems like everything's fine. Kusaka comes out and he goes, hey, Fies attacked you in the past. He's just fucking with you now. To which Kiba obviously responds, Kusaka, you attacked me in the past too. How do I know you're not lying? And Kusaka goes, you got me.
He doesn't say that
no,
shit. Fuck you. That would be what a normal person says. Instead, he just looks around like, oh my god, maybe he's right.
Maybe my friend is bad.
And then he gets in his car and he drives away all angsty, like, oh no, maybe my new friend's actually mean.
Because this guy said so. This guy who tried to kill me a lot.
And fucking, he knocks the shit out of our hero Takumi, just slaps him in the back of the head, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
And he steals his belt, and he just whips the shit out of the Horse Orphanok using the belt. So now he thinks Fies is evil again.
And when he this is the most brilliant part of the gambit. He beats up Kiba, and then Fies comes up, Takumi comes up and says, what's this? And sees Kusaka holding his belt and says, hey, Kiba knocked you out from behind and took your belt. I got it back, though. And gives it him back.
And Takumi, who hates Kusaka, goes, oh, I'm so mad at Kiba. What an asshole.
God, I'm so happy that you got my back, Kusaka. Thanks.
Thank you, Kusaka, my best friend. I appreciate you getting my belt back. That part of the show is so fucking stupid. Everyone always believes Kusaka, no matter what.
I kind of like it. I like his scheming.
I like his scheming too, but no one should believe him ever.
That's true. He's
they do.
Everyone in the show is extremely gullible.
I don't hate his character the way I did the first time I watched. Maybe I've just grown as a person to appreciate dickheads and things.
Yeah, that's me rubbing off on you, I think.
Maybe.
I think
he's just
wonderful.
Like deliciously evil.
Yeah. I still think that scene with him and Mari in the van is one of my favorite scenes in all of 5.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so like slimy. It's a great scene.
How about the scene where he says he wants her to be his mom?
That's pretty good too. When he's talking to Takumi in the rain, he's like, "She's gonna replace my mother."
What a weird ass dude.
Takumi doesn't think even twice about that.
But their childhood friend Sawada is an orphanoc man. He's real strong. He becomes part of Lucky Clover, and Hojo is afraid of Delta, and now he's not anymore.
So what happened with Delta? So Delta, it was a big mystery with Delta. It was someone from the Ryusei school, and at the same time, this cute girl comes to work at the laundromat. And then she has the belt. So was she Delta?
Yeah.
So you're telling me this ultimate badass was running around kicking shit, was this cute girl, this cute little girl who never acts like a badass and then never does again, even after the audience knows that she is?
Yes.
And then she gets punked by an orphanoc, even though, what about the fucking power supposed to stay with you? Shouldn't she have shot lightning out of her hands or something? What happened there?
I'm not taking up for this shit. You're right.
This reminds me of the worst arc from Ryuki, when Ryuki's coworker gets kidnapped, and they're like, "Who is it?" And then it just turns out to be an upstairs neighbor of hers, and it's never explained why she did it or what she would hope to gain. It just fucking happened. And
this has nothing to do with writers, so we don't care.
Yeah,
it's over
just
now.
Like, it's just like that. It's like the writers didn't know, and they're like, just fucking, it's this character. Fucking, they don't hint at it, don't make it built up or anything. It's just her. And,
they introduced her, right? And she was just a normal character. But then there are hints dropped, but they're so unbelievably subtle.
Are there? I need to...
When she keeps, following Takumi around and asking him about, why he fights and why he does what he does.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's testing him or whatever. And she shows up right when Delta does.
Yeah.
But they're so unbelievably subtle that even, Sherlock Holmes himself would be like, that's an ass pull. There were no clues.
It's not the kind of thing where you look back and go, oh, I see, yeah. It's more like you look back and go,
Not really, no.
That's dumb.
That doesn't fit at all.
And then she dies right after you figure it out, so who gives a shit?
There's a thing where she's like, I heard about you before, I already knew about you, and I have something for you, and, he runs out or whatever, and she pulls out the Delta belt, and I was like, fucking, really?
Hang on a second.
That's what this character is?
I'm gonna need a monologue or something to explain.
I'm gonna need some
fuck.
sort of explanation here. But we get none, and she gets stabbed to death immediately.
She gets killed by Sawada. He's running right at her, and she's like, gee, should I use these lightning powers that the Delta belt supposedly gave me? Nah.
And also, her last words are Kusaka-kun, even though she fucking, never even spoke to him in the show. They knew each other or whatever, but, she was obsessed with Takumi.
Maybe, I don't know. She was just thinking about him.
Maybe these episodes aren't real good.
Maybe they're not. Well, it's just that episode. Like I said, everything with Delta kind of sucks. It was really poorly handled, but everything after that was 28, I think. 29 and 30 I really liked. 28 I didn't like. I really like Kusaka's scheming, even if it takes a little bit of a... they have to cheat a little and make the characters kind of dumb for it to work, but it creates kind of fun, cheap drama, and I get a real kick out of that.
God, you seem like you would be a real big fan of American soap operas if you sat down and watched them. Because
maybe I will.
The cheaper the drama is, the more you hand wave it. They had to do this or that, but they got drama out of it.
Well, you know what, Kamen Rider sometimes has to get a little soap opera-y.
It is. It's very soap opera-y.
It's gotta get a little soap opera-y to get the drama.
I don't mind Kusaka's scheming. It's fun. It's very implausible.
Yeah.
And it also fucking torpedoes any character development we were gonna get with Takumi or Kiba?
Yes and no. Yes and no. It does go back, it makes them enemies again, but there is a new dimension to it in that they now both know who they are, and they're not going to be friends in real life anymore.
I guess it's true. I guess that is true, but it's just like, it was building towards this resolution or whatever, and the resolution was torpedoed, and now we're going in a different direction, but it's a direction that's like startlingly similar to the one we were already in.
Yeah,
the only difference is they know each other's real name now.
Like, they can do stuff with this. I'm hoping for a scene where they bump into each other in a public place, untransformed, and they can't fight, and they're just like, oh, it's you. I sure don't like you. Like, a scene like that, where you can, like, just actually play around.
Riveting television.
Just, like, play around with this new dimension that they've got. It could be interesting. They might not. I don't know. I hear Fies really goes to shit. It's kind of starting to, but...
Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, I think... I had stopped watching Fies at this point. Like, it had gotten to the point for me where I was just like, alright, I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore.
Honestly, Delta was so dumb.
It doesn't feel like that to me now, but it feels like it's getting there.
We'll see.
It's working towards that, slowly but surely.
We shall see.
Maybe I'll stick it through the whole thing. Maybe it'll like it when it comes back around. Who knows?
Who knows? I just wish they would... I like that they hate each other. I like that Takumi and Kiba hate each other. I like that dynamic. I wish they had a real reason to... is the thing. Like, maybe like an ideological difference. Takumi has some reason to think that all Orphanox are bad, and Kiba's like, no, there's some that are good, and Takumi's like, no, you guys... know in your heart that you're bad, and they fight.
Maybe if Takumi knew that Kiba killed his girlfriend.
Yeah, that would be really interesting.
And he's like, I can't trust you. I can't believe Orphanox can be good because you're a murderer.
Yeah. The first thing you did with your powers was kill your ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend. Like, how am I ever supposed to trust you?
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. Instead, he's just like, we fought a bunch, so I don't trust you.
We bumped into each other, had a billion misunderstandings, and then punched. I sure don't like that guy, that Yuji Kiba.
Misunderstandings, the television series.
That's Inoue. He really leans on those after Agito, I guess. Gotta have those misunderstandings.
There is so much shaky cam in these 3 episodes.
It's real.
Like, there's a fight. I forget who it's between, but you can tell that they're not moving that much in the fight, but the cameraman is going nuts.
Yeah.
And it was really disorienting.
That's why you don't know who it's between, who the fight's between.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
You couldn't see the fight properly. I really like Delta's ride machine. There's a bit, he says the number, like 843, into his thing, and Fies hears him, and he's like,
3821?
How did you fucking remember that? Did you watch this 3 minutes ago?
Yeah, he hears him say it, so then he's like, fuck, I'm gonna press that in my phone. Which is real as fuck, right? Like, you're like, oh shit, maybe I can do that.
And it fucking works. I like to think Smart Brain has a bunch of those on call, and they're like, oh shit, someone said 3821, send it to his coordinates.
They got a bunch of them on automatic. You just have to put the password in, but they have like the factory password, and none of them changed it for any of us.
I want to see Delta pull out his little speaker and be like, password, and have like a gun appear. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the sword.
He pulls out his phone and fucking types in 0000 and...
Oh god. And then the one password they actually set would be like Smart Brain 1. That'd be for the ultimate super weapon.
That's the password to get into that hidden basement area.
Yeah, to meet.
Apparently the real password is you just like hold the button for a few seconds.
You stumble into an elevator and then it takes you down.
Yeah, he puts his hand on the button and it doesn't open, but he leaves it there, and like a few seconds later it opens. That's the password, being persistent.
The password is believing in yourself to get down there.
The password is believe yourself.
Forge your path forward no matter what, even when the button doesn't work at first.
These episodes aren't super good. They're not terrible or anything, but they're not very good.
I didn't like the first one. I liked the second two. Like I said, I like.
What do you think of
scheming.
Delta's user? His
Kitazaki?
Kitazaki, yeah.
I was disappointed with Kitazaki.
So was I. Like he's hyped up to be this like super scary ass. Like he's fucking forges his own path. Nobody can hold him down, right?
Yeah.
But it turns out that he's just a really weird fucking kid.
Yeah. Either go all the way and make him actually scary, or completely subvert it and make him like this really nice, sincere guy. But they try and make him like Japanese badass. Oh, he's so skinny and he has a weird shirt. It's got a really wide neck hole.
He's got the fucking Flashdance. He's got the Flashdance sweater.
Oh my god.
He's a maniac on the floor.
Some people should have turned to dust in Flashdance.
And he henshins like he never henshined before.
Oh, shut up.
I could do the whole song.
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't.
I'm gonna. Everybody strap in.
Please don't. Okay, so the guy punches him in the face. I like the scene when he's in the parking garage and a guy punches him in the face and just instantly turns to dust. I think that was a pretty cool effect.
That was cool.
I just don't like Kitazaki himself that much. He's just not that threatening of a villain.
Speaking of really great punches, I love when Kiba's walking through a parking lot and Kusaka as Faiz just punches him from off frame.
From the fist that comes in from off screen and hits him. And it's like, how did you let that get that close to you?
That is my favorite Kamen Rider trope ever, is somebody punching from out of frame.
And just their fucking fist comes in right onto the guy's face.
I love it.
It's great. It's fantastic. Did you watch... I watched the Ghost movie this week in preparation for...
Shit, nah, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Oh boy. Oh boy. You said you might want to watch it for the first time for the commentary track. Consider that.
Oh, yeah, you've watched it and I'll watch it for the first time. Is that what you're saying?
There are some real laugh-out-loud moments that you're not going to have if you watch it before seeing the commentary. Like
I think we're going to do the commentary with me being completely fresh.
Yeah, that might be for the best. The plot's not hard to follow. It's stupid, but
I
it's
don't
not hard
doubt
to follow.
it. I really don't doubt it. But that's enough talking about whatever topic we were talking about.
It's enough talking about Faiz.
Let's say sayonara to Faiz and move on to emails.
Oh boy.
Our first email is from Jetto Jaguar.
Jetto Jaguar. He's taking a break from fighting Godzilla.
Who says, "Hi Jeff and Liam. Really enjoy your podcast. I've been listening since the end of Ghost, so I don't know if this has been asked before, but here it is. Do you have any interesting headcanon that explains any particular nonsense in Kamen Rider? Like, for example, why the lords from Agito would join Daishocker? Where is Shin's son? Who is that Ryuki in the crossovers? And of course, who the hell is Narutaki? Thanks a lot. Looking forward to the next episode."
It's funny you should mention Ryuki because my headcanon is that the crossovers all take place in the mirror world, and that's why nobody acts the way they're supposed to.
What a shitty fucking headcanon.
That's why everyone's an idiot, and that's why Ryuki's there.
I don't know. I don't really headcanon stuff with Kamen Rider because it's fucking pointless. Because all the crossover shit is so nonsensical. It's never gonna make any sense.
Yeah.
You could spend your whole life headcanoning that shit.
Haven't you ever seen like a movie and they don't explain something and you just figure something like for example
not fucking a Kamen Rider movie, but
but it's like in Return of the Jedi when the Emperor's got a fucked up face. You're like, oh well, he's just an old evil wizard. Like you don't think he had lightning on his face at some point. You just figure he's an old evil wizard. I guess that would count as headcanon.
Yeah, that's a headcanon. You just fill in the blank yourself.
Yeah.
So do you have any Kamen Rider headcanon?
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
It's not like a headcanon, but I do agree with one thing from Decade, and it's that Black and Black RX are two different dimensions.
Yeah, I hear people describe Black RX as a totally new rider show that just happens to star a guy named Kotaro who looks exactly like the guy from the last season.
It directly continues from it is the problem with that.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like the tone is very different. And
they're nothing alike.
Yeah. I always figured, I don't think this was ever explicitly explained, but I always figured that Kenzaki Shiro discovered the wish and the Rider War rather than making it.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there was a thing in this mirror world where, like, at some point you could have a tournament and get this wish, and he builds the Rider decks to facilitate that. They never explain it. They never, like, it's sort of implied that he makes the wish, or, like, he sets up the whole thing from the start. I always figured it's like he researched this mirror world and found a wish there. But it's not really clear. That's just what I kind of figured. Ryuki, the logistics of Ryuki don't make a lot of sense.
No, you don't. You're not supposed to look that deep into it, I think.
Don't think about Ryuki for more than 30 seconds, or else it breaks down.
Does it count as a headcanon that I think that Kuga and Agito, that I refuse to not believe Kuga and Agito take place in the same world?
I would say yes, but they fucking directly reference Kuga in the first couple episodes of Agito.
Yeah, then they drop it afterwards, and it's never referenced again.
It's because Godai's busy. He's a busy man.
Like, the thing is, people mention that. They're like, well, if it was connected, why doesn't Kuga help or whatever? But, like, there's an actual explanation for that shit if you watch Kuga?
He's fucking busy.
It's not even that. Like, I don't want to get into spoilers or anything, but there is a legitimate reason why he wouldn't be.
I remember.
And
he's not dead before.
No, he's not dead. Spoilers, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
But, I just can't see them not existing in the same world.
I don't know. It's I don't know. It's most people see it the same way. I imagine. A lot of people do.
I have headcanons about other things. Fanon, they used to call it.
Share your fanon.
My fanon is my two favorite characters fucking tongue kiss a lot when the camera's off. That's my fanon.
Totes and goats.
Fuck you, don't say that to me. My fanon is actual canon in a way with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the accident that turned them into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles instead of regular turtles is the same accident that made Daredevil.
So why didn't Daredevil turn into a turtle?
Explain he didn't turn it. He's not a turtle, is why.
Why didn't he turn into a human?
He did.
No, he turned into a devil.
He turned into a blind human.
He turned into the devil. Everyone knows that's Daredevil's origin.
Oh my god. Liam knows too much about comic books. I can't school him. He's too good.
My knowledge is infinite.
I don't know. I don't guess I have anything. I'm sorry.
I guess that's what I got.
My headcanon is that the year when Shotaro was Kamen Rider Joker was probably better than the rest of Double, even though Double was really fucking good.
My headcanon is that Koda and What's-Her-Face have a lot of sex after the end of Gaim. It's probably true.
How many leather jackets does he wear?
He doesn't need leather jackets anymore. He can make them appear out of thin air. They fuck in a bed made of leather jackets.
For people who don't remember or weren't watching Gaim, there was a huge ongoing joke in the fandom that like Koda spent the night with What's-Her-Face.
What's-Her-Face, whoever her fucking name is.
Because he showed up the next day in a leather jacket that he never wore before or again. That was his sex jacket.
It's a scene where, like, they hang out during the day, it goes into the evening, and they're, like, on a bench talking about their feelings, hanging out, and then it cuts to next morning, and he's wearing a leather jacket, and he's hanging out at Droopers, and Bando is there, and he's like, hey, Koda, you look, like, really happy. Did something good happen to you? And he's like, yeah, I'm just having a great day, and Bando's like, no, it really feels like something good happened, like, something good happened, you did something. And Koda's like, nope.
He's like, something good happened to you. Something good happened to your dick. Your dick fell into something. Your dick fell into a girl.
So ever since, I and a lot of other people refer to that jacket as the sex jacket.
That's the sex jacket.
He definitely fucked right before he wore it.
It was also a nice jacket.
It was a pretty nice jacket. He could pull it off really well.
Our next email is from Maddie, who says, hey Jeff and Liam, loving the podcast. This is my first time writing to the show, and before I get to my questions, I want to say thank you for keeping up the great content. I'm always listening to you guys while I go about my day-to-day life, and the laughter from these grand Kamen Rider jokes, TM, helps to get me through the day.
Thanks,
Maddie. I'm glad that somebody likes this shit.
Someone.
Anyway, here's my question. Say you could pick any secondary writer from any show to have a V-Cinema where they are required to get the obligatory new form as the standard of V-Cinemas. Which writer do you pick? Some things to consider for your answer are which writer deserves it most. Which writer would have it fit the most within the main story? And would you rather have it take place during the main show story or after? Optionally, you can describe your ideal form for the writer as well, but don't feel the need to waste time on it if you don't want to. She chooses The End with getting a V-Cinema, and he gets a much better complete form that uses secondary writers. He goes to an AR world where Decade's actually good. But what is your pick? Which secondary writer should get a V-Cinema with a new form?
Ornak.
Does he get the double bammer where he gets a second bammer?
Ornak should get Mighty Ornak Double X, where it's two of them.
Oh, God.
No, I think it would be fucking great to have an Ornak V-Cinema that takes place during Gaim, just during like some downtime, like the 2 weeks.
What is
between
Ornak's
episodes.
real name?
Jonochi.
No, his actual writer name.
Gridon.
Gridon, yeah.
Gridon.
The fact that we still fucking call him Ornak.
I like Ornak. It fits, and it sounds funny. It's an Ornak V-Cinema where it's just like in the downtime between 2 episodes, just a day in his life. And like at the end of it, the big climax is that he has to fight one Inves, and it's really tough for him. And
You've mentioned this before.
I think we did, yeah.
You've mentioned this idea before.
That's what I want. I want just a day in the life of being Jonoch. Maybe not a whole lot of actual writing. Like, what does he do during the day? What does he do for fun? How does he make money? Does he have girls? What does he do?
He doesn't have girls.
Definitely doesn't have girls. I really like Jonochi. He was my favorite character in Gaim. I would love a little more of that in a V-Cinema. What about you, Jeff?
Does Shotaro count as a secondary writer? Because he's Joker?
I wouldn't count Shotaro as a secondary writer, no. I'd say he and Philip share the role of main writer.
What a fucker.
Yeah.
If poor Ornak didn't get the standard like side story, the Gaiden, poor guy.
I'd love an Ornak Gaiden where it talks about how his mother took a bunch of alcohol and sleeping pills, and then his dad hung himself out back. We really could use something like that.
And then he ate shit in the toilet to survive as a baby. I am going to choose. Oh God, I thought it would like come out when I said it. I thought it was
you started the sentence though, knowing how you were going to finish it. How is this hard? Pick a secondary writer you think deserves a V-Cinema.
Fucking Gatak already has a V-Cinema.
Gatak already, and it has a new form too. That fills all the criteria.
Yeah, it already happened. All right, I choose motherfucking.
What about what about Zeronos?
Fuck him.
Okay.
Who?
What about Kaiser?
What about him?
He should get a V-Cinema. He needs an Excel form.
You know who I choose to get a V-Cinema?
Who?
Ichijo.
Oh, that's not a bad choice.
Ichijo gets a V-Cinema and he upgrades from a pistol to a fucking shotgun. His upgrade.
He has a rifle at the end of Kuga.
Okay, he upgrades to having an actual rider form. How about that?
No.
Nah, that would ruin him.
Then he's not Ichijo anymore. He's gotta go. He has a sniper rifle, and then he gets a fucking tank.
He gets that tank.
He gets a tank that shoots instead of gas
special
bullets,
tank
gas
bullets.
tank shells. Fucking.
Jesus.
Who cares?
Jesus Christ.
He joins the army and gets a tank that shoots gas.
I choose Meteor.
Okay.
And Meteor gets a form. His upgraded form is yellow with black stripes, and he uses 2 glowing fucking nunchucks. Because he's already Bruce Lee.
Yeah. That sounds pretty sick.
That'd be ballin' as fuck. That's my choice. And Maddie finishes the email by saying, anyways, I'm eager to hear your answers, and thanks for reading this. I hope you guys have a great day.
What do you mean you're eager to hear our answers? We just said them. Are you stupid?
That joke never gets old. Okay. Our next email is from Jake the Snake.
Jake L. Snake. El Snakeo Loco.
Who says, hey, El Snakeo Loco. Who says, hey, Jeff and Liam, that level 99 form looks worse than I thought, and I'm sad with how the episode ended. Was really rooting for Dastardly Dan to win against the odds. Okay, I get it.
Oh, that episode.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping desperately that it isn't the last of him. It just won't feel right, in my opinion, if another villain uses Kamen Rider Chronicle.
We don't know yet. I haven't seen Dan getting the flowers, so
No,
maybe.
I haven't either.
Hold hope.
Questions. 1. What would be your respective form choices for your level 50 if you guys, as gamer riders, had the co-ownership of a Gashat gear duel like Brave and Snipe's shared upgrade?
We're gonna have to go all the way through X-Aid picking a form for every single one.
Just for reference, since I think you guys have cool answers for the form questions, these are all previous answers unless I missed something.
Thank you.
Jeff's level 1 and 2 is Streets of Rage. His level 3 is Gekitotsu Block Dropper, which was Tetris.
Yeah.
And level 10 is Dr. Mario. Liam's level 1 and 2 is Morrowind. Level 3 is Point and Click Adventure. Level 10 is Chess Simulator. And he's got fucking Tamaz on here, too.
Holy shit.
Level 1 and 2 is Castlevania 3. And level 3 is Castlevania Circle of the Moon.
Circle of the Moon.
So what's your level 50? What's your half of the Gashat?
Yeah, start with me, why don't you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm throwing it at you.
The level 50 is like the base form, but more. It's like the base form, but better. So obviously...
You can't get better than Streets of Rage, though.
Literally, there's no RPG better than Morrowind, but I'll try to think of one.
Morrowind Game of the Year edition.
Actually, the level 50 could be Blood Moon, and it could be like Morrowind, but it's got werewolf powers on top of it.
Yeah, that would be great.
The expansion packs for Morrowind is when you go to a werewolf island, so you can have like just like Brave has the knight armor with like the Dark Lord shit on top of it. You'd have the Morrowind armor, whatever the fuck it is, but it's got like some werewolf stuff on top of it, and he's got claws. That'd be sick.
God, fuck. I don't have anything for Streets of Rage.
Oh, I pulled it out. I'm so smart.
You know what mine is?
What?
Mine is Streets of Rage 2. And on top of my normal form, I get 2 giant fucking speakers on my shoulders that bump that fucking ballin' ass soundtrack as a weapon.
I would really like it if in X8 that was like he starts with Bang Bang Shooting, and then he's like,
Bang Bang Shooting 2.
Bang Bang Shooting 2.
Yeah, my level 50 is Streets of Rage 2.
Streets of Rage 2, okay. There you have it.
Question 2. Do you think with the return of Graphite, Hero and Taiga have a chance of getting some more focus and character development again?
I didn't even think about that. I just realized the character that those two have a huge vendetta against isn't actually dead. Maybe they'll do something with those characters. That didn't even cross my mind. I'm genius.
Really excited about that. I really want to see what comes of that.
That could be great. Brave might do things again.
What I'm really afraid of is that they're going to be like, whatever, dickhead.
Killed
You're
you
just
once.
a regular enemy now.
That was all I wanted. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
X8's writers are pretty good.
Thanks, and looking forward to the next episode as always. Jake the Snake. And he PS'd, I hope the Q Ranger stuff is going to be short next episode. I don't want to hear those dreaded annoying catchphrase words again.
Jake the Snake is a happy man today.
Yeah, Jake, it's fucking 2 minutes, dude. It couldn't have got any shorter than that. Our next email is from James, who says that he likes Maximum Mighty X.
Whoa, there. This is your last email. Let's just make that clear right now.
It's like Suika Arms and Kachidoki fused together, but it's terrible. Is the difference?
It's like if Suika was worse.
First question:
was worse.
Do you guys believe Dan's really dead?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I really hope he's not. I want him to come back.
If Toei came out tomorrow and had a photo of him getting the flowers, I wouldn't be shocked. But I don't know, because Kamen Rider Chronicle is his baby, and who the fuck is going to be Kamen Rider Chronicle? It's not going to be Parrot, I don't think. Probably not going to be Dan Masamune. I don't know.
I don't know what it's going to be either.
I can't say for sure.
I'm worried about that, to be real honest.
I want him to be alive.
Oh, he also says episode 5 of Q Ranger is legitimately good.
Oh, really? Right after we stop, it starts getting good.
Of course.
Really?
That's how it works.
Of course.
Our next email is from Satoshi, who says, so RCR, Dan hasn't gotten his flowers yet, meaning he's not finished recording episodes for the main series. So he'll probably return sometime in the future. My question is, how would you like Dan to return, and how do you think Dan will actually return? He will actually return in flashbacks. How I would actually like him to return is when they activate Kamen Rider Chronicle, a Bugster virus takes over even the Bugster's body, whoever's using it, and turns them into Dan, and Dan just takes control of them for the rest of the series.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
That would be amazing, especially if it was Graphite, who I don't give a shit about, after he finishes his shit with Taiga and Brave.
Yeah.
If, like, Dan takes control of him. Or even better, if it's fucking Parrot. Because I don't give a shit about Parrot.
About Parrot?
Parrot doesn't even fucking add anything. Like, Parrot can take control of his body back at the end or whatever and be, like, the real final villain. I don't give a shit, but I just want Dan back.
Dan... Him uploading his consciousness into a video game is absolutely in character, and I could see it.
I want that.
You might have it. You might get it.
I want it.
You might.
What about you? How do you think he's actually going to come back?
If he comes back, he's going to be inside of Kamen Rider Chronicle.
No, you actually believe that?
He's going to be in Kamen Rider. If he comes back, I don't see him coming back any other way, because he definitely got the game over. He's not a Bugster, so he can't be revived with the Bug Visor. But he could be in Kamen Rider Chronicle. Maybe he'll pop out.
That would be amazing.
Maybe Kamen Rider Chronicle is just like someone else clicks it, Kamen Rider Chronicle appears, and his just fucking soul is inside of it. I don't know.
And he goes, ooh.
Kamen Rider Ghost.
Oh.
Hey.
Our next email is from Night Paradox, who says, hello, Jeff, and I hope Liam.
Yeah, I am here this week.
It's friend of Jeff's uncle's friend's stepdad's cousin's son's daughter's boyfriend, Paris.
Which uncle are we talking here?
Yeah, is it the uncle on my mom's side or the uncle on my dad's side? Loving the podcast so far. And they go through giving like titles to all the characters that we don't really have time to go through all of them. One of them made me chuckle.
What?
Which was Nico Saiba. You'll find her in every Hot Topic, not buying anything. She's just standing there. Which is super true.
Yep.
Now for some questions. If you guys were Q Rangers, what would your constellation or zodiac sign be, and what would be your roll call? I chose Myth Star because it sounds like Mister in English. Have a good day or night, and keep on watching Fies. Please do Hibiki next.
I'm thinking about Hibiki or Blade, but Jeff's already seen Blade.
I've already seen Blade, so we can't do it together.
Yeah.
So, what would your constellation or zodiac be?
Is Cancer taken?
I don't think so.
I'll take Cancer.
Liam wants Cancer, everybody.
Like, God's listening right now. I'll take Cancer. Oh, will he now?
Oh, he said it. Presses the Cancer button.
Gotcha. Leukemia.
That's not funny.
That's a little funny.
They already took the one I would want, which is Libra, which is mine. And I love it not only because it's mine, but because it's the scales of justice.
Yeah.
Which is cool as fuck. So I would choose that if I could, but I guess I can't.
But what would your roll call be?
My roll call would be... Scale it back, bitch.
No, you have to be something star.
Oh.
What kind of star?
Just star. Nah.
The profane star.
That would be my call, man. That's what I would say to the villains. I'd say, scale it back, bitch.
They'd be doing their villain shtick, and you'd be like, oh, okay, scale it back there, bitch.
I don't fucking know. Be like the something star, the justice star?
I'd be the podcasting star, because that's what I am in real life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, damn straight.
Send in your email about that topic to riderclubradio@gmail.com. Let us know if Liam is the podcast star.
Should I tell them to tweet about us, or is this the end of the episode?
This is not the end of the episode.
Okay.
So Cancer and I don't know, what the fuck is even open? Aquarius?
there's more constellations than the ones
Gemini.
that people are born under. Gemini got used in episode 3, remember?
But Gemini was just a fucking power-up. It wasn't one that was being used as an actual form.
That's true.
So mine would be Gemini.
Okay.
And I would have, the ability to make a hologram of myself as my special ability.
Oh, okay. Mighty Brothers Double X.
And I would be, the 2-star.
The 2-star?
The double star.
The double star?
Or the bro star.
That'd be the Def Jam rap star.
Why are you on this podcast? Why did I ever invite you?
I'm the funny one.
Yeah, you're funny looking, alright.
Well, they can't see that, so it kind of loses its...
Yeah, fuck off. Our last email is from Edgar, who says, "Hey, loser and the other guy show. Seeing as you... Which is which?"
I think he's trying to start a fight between us over
who's... probably so.
But we both know that we're both the loser.
Yeah, we are the loser and the loser show.
Yep, the loser and the other loser.
Seeing as you guys are swiftly approaching the end of Fives, I was wondering, are you going to watch the Hyper Battle video? It's regarded as the best HBV, and Overtime even subbed it, so it's in good quality.
Yes, I'm going to watch the HBV.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it fucking
fun.
all. We'll just watch all of it.
Just watch everything. Who cares?
On to my question. If there was a crossover special partnering one main writer with another show's secondary writer, which two would you pair up? The only limit I would place would be the crossovers that happened so far can't happen again. Thanks for the podcast. It's always a fun listen. Thank you, Edgar.
Oh God,
this is really tough.
I'd pair up Hibiki because he's old and experienced with Gentaro because he's young. He's a callow youth. I think they'd play off each other well.
That's true.
Oh wait, a secondary rider.
It has to be it's because he's a dick.
Because he's also young. I just like the idea of a really old guy and a really young guy, and they gotta find a way to get along.
Man, fuck, that's tough. I say that for all of these, though, right? I would pair, Kamen Rider Amazon up with Kamen Rider Gills.
Oh my God, they'd be ripping spines all over the place.
You fucking know it. They would go on a horrible bloodbath of an adventure, and fucking Gills would learn about friendship along the way.
Just get Shin in there, and you got yourself a whole fucking kill squad.
Beautiful.
God save any mooks that come up against those three.
And thanks for writing in, everybody.
Thank you. We have an email if you didn't get the chance to write in today.
It is riderclubradio@gmail.com. We also have a Twitter.
And that is @riderclubradio on twitter.com. So shoot the tweet.
Not on twitter.org. Don't go there.
Not twitter.ca. That's a lawless wasteland.
Not twitter.biz.
So shoot us a tweet, send us an email, ask us about Kamen Rider, ask us about anything.
People have written in and asked us about non-Kamen Rider stuff. That's actually kind of a breath of fresh air a little bit sometimes.
Fuck it. If the question's interesting, we'll answer it, even if it's not Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Don't ask us about politics or
religion. Politics, religion. Don't ask how big our dicks are. Just rest assured that they're bigger than yours.
If you need to know how big our dicks are, that's what Twitter DMs are for, not for the podcast.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
The strongest in the world. The mightiest in the universe. The bravest of all the fighters.
One, two, rider. Da-da-da-da. Jump, 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 jump. 3, 4, rider. Da-da-da-da. Kick, kick, kick. 5, 6, rider. Da-da-da-da. Punch, 7, 8, rider. 無限の力。愛と誠の力と技に命を乗せて